Thank you for interrupting that introduction, Luka.
Sorry.
Get fucked!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons: The Second Age. How are we all doing?
Great.
I didn't interrupt the
Oh,
intro! Yeah!
I did this time.
Ah.
We'll all have a turn at it, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, without further ado, who wants to tell me the story of what happened the last time we played this game?
Well,
Where did we start?
See, we started off in Renshire,
You did
I
indeed.
believe. where we spent the evening, and then the next morning we dropped by the prison again to see if our friend, well, not so much friend, had something to say to us. Slightly threatened her with death.
Yep.
Lightly threatened with being ratted out to people who wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
Fine. Ish.
This definitely will not bite you in the ass later.
No,
Nope.
surely not.
No, it definitely will.
No, but that's fine. Well,
Spoilers, it was not fine.
we compensated them with some food. And
You know.
and then we moved on to the Ivywood Market, back to the keep.
You return to base.
In the base, we formulated a very, very loose plan as to how to deal with the island.
Incredibly loose.
It's basically, the plan is pretty much get there and
Fight the ship.
find the ship and get out, which I feel like that's pretty much the basics of the plan.
I mean, that's pretty much on par with every plan we've ever
Yeah.
had.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the
However,
basics of the plan.
at least-
That's the plan.
At least after we set off and arrived in Castport, well, there was like a big storm, but we'll get to that later. We did prepare a little bit more of our plan, considering now we have a potential emergency evac through a certain genie related to Elizabeth.
Yay! Genie parent.
Thanks, Genie Parent.
And yeah, but well, it would be best if we don't have to use it, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More importantly, currently in Castport, there is a very big, ominous storm going on, and the council was looking for someone to look into it. Because a chromatic ship seemed to arrive like near the port, and it brought this storm with it, and now it's hanging just like a little bit away from the port, hanging out, sending ships or little what are they called?
Sending boats back and forth.
Skiffs.
Yeah, little skiffs. That's the word. The little skiffs back and forth occasionally. And well, Castport's council thinks they might have something to do with it or no more, and we accepted to look into it. So we have a job now, and if we solve the mystery of the storm, we might be able to catch a ride
And get paid.
and get paid.
And get paid.
Catch a run! No?
Hmm.
Borderlands?
Nope. Never played
Okay.
it.
So, yes, last we ended, you had said your goodbyes to I forget your parents' name.
Yeah. Rashad.
Rashad. Yeah, said your goodbyes to Rashad after laying out some plans and had set up shop in the. I don't have the right notes open for the names.
It's like the Pearl something, right?
We are
Something.
immensely prepared.
Yes. It's because I have completely blanked on names all of a sudden.
Wait a minute.
Starlight Opal.
The pearls.
Starlight Opal, yes, thank
Oh.
you.
Oh, opal, not pearl.
We were,
Different.
Close, close enough.
there.
Yeah. I was about to
Um,
make a black pearl joke, so
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, guys, we're all cursed.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, so in the upstairs of the Starlight Opal, you are preparing to take a long rest.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So, first things first, I need to roll some percentage dice. Okay. So, your night's rest is, for the most part, fairly restful, but the continuous rumbles of thunder and bolts of lightning make it hard to sleep for some of you. Well, for those of you that actually sleep. You are awoken a couple of times during the night, not enough to disrupt your actual rest, but it's quite clear that this storm shows no signs of abating in the near future. But yeah, after a couple of hours, you gather in the common area of the Starlight Opal and are served breakfast. And yeah, it's how are you setting about your plans?
Well, considering that the skiffs arrive sporadically, so
Guess
I
we have
guess
to
we're
stick out.
Yeah. We'll just have to follow the coast until we find roughly where the skiffs might be landing. Either by hopefully seeing one land, seeing one on the beach, or just making an educated guess.
Yes. We should probably make sure well, I guess we'll get there to that when we get the stakeout. Like, then we make sure we camouflage ourselves, all the basics.
Yeah.
The only thing
Like
I'm
it-
thinking is, if we're gonna head onto a boat, is there anything anyone to prepare? Do we have anything that might help us in case anyone falls in the water?
Yes.
Oh, we do.
Do we?
Well, if people fall off things.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, well, you're talking about featherfall.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna help as much in the water. But regardless, it's always good to have.
Well, you know, if what we're dealing with is cliffs, then
Well, I think it's more that we're concerned about the fact that there are boats involved in this.
Yes.
yeah. Don't have anything that can easily get us back. Get other people back onto a ship.
Well, we can all swim. So, yes, if worst comes to worst,
Swim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I imagine if we're gonna board that we're not gonna. Well, we'll just attach the skiff to the side or something, so we have something to fall back on. But we'll get to that once we're rowing towards the boat potentially. We don't even know
So
how.
this raises the question of armor.
What about it?
Maybe it's not a good idea to be using heavy armor when
Well-
fighting on a boat.
There's
If we're
one
going-
problem.
If we're going to somewhere where there are people that will have to fight, we need our armor.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not proud of this, but if I take my armor off, the wind might literally blow me away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a fair point, huh?
Yeah. Yes, the that is actually for pretty much all of you without armor. The wind is very strong and could threaten to take any one of you.
Wow.
Hold me.
Really?
Even Jayla, big beefy girl.
Yeah, even.
I mean, mechanically speaking, if you stand in a place where it's particularly windy, you do have to make strength
Windy.
saving throws.
Wow.
Like, just to give you an idea of how windy it is. Like, this is gale force wind.
I'm going to be staying near Kelariis a lot then.
Wow.
You're an air ganassi, aren't you? Like down with the wind.
Yeah, but I also have like just a straight 0 to my strength saves because I have a -1 in strength.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, I'm
Hold
yeah,
on
I'm
to
down with
her
the wind,
arms.
but I'm down with the wind about as much as I can hold my breath forever and float.
Yeah. This is also not natural wind.
Yeah. Give me a break.
You are a
Yes.
little skinny, but we'll make it work.
Yeah.
I
big.
I will also
Oh,
point
big
out
and
from a mechanics standpoint, the people who are proficient in heavy armor are strong enough to be able to swim in heavy armor. So
oh, rat.
oh, okay.
Oh, fair.
I guess that makes sense.
yeah, because you meet the strength requirement and therefore don't have any penalties for swimming in heavy armor.
Okay, good.
Just the regular swimming penalties.
Yes, which are pretty bad.
Yeah.
But at least we're not like in danger of sinking because we're in heavy armor. Like that's a
No.
pretty,
You
that's a pretty good upside.
you will
Yeah,
gain
remember to stay
fatigue
conscious.
faster while swimming, but that's only in long term.
Yeah.
Also, don't fall unconscious because, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then
Yeah.
we're fucked. But you know.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try and dive after you.
Oh, Arya should be fine. Just,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the...
Yeah. Either me or Arya.
Aya has vivid memories of the last time she almost drowned.
Wait, didn't
Yeah.
she switch out her armor?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Did you? Are you?
Because
Because your dex bonus.
Oh yeah.
Don't have the Mariner's armor anymore.
No.
Well, to be fair, it only takes her 5 minutes to change armor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you're gonna get on a boat, then
yeah, I might switch over to the Mariner's armor.
yeah, it only takes her 5 minutes to don the chain shirt.
Change your shirt, Arya.
Change the shirt. Take
Change
the
the
shirt
shirt.
off.
Yep.
Like, we're going underwater. Take this metal shirt instead. Sounds like
Hey, it's magic metal.
Yeah.
It is
true.
magic.
Fine.
Magic metal.
Magic metal.
It's magic floaties.
magic
floaty.
floaty metal.
well,
Yeah. Where's our magic pool noodle?
Our magic pool.
Pool noodle.
Wow.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
oh well.
Oh, you know what that is? A magic pool noodle is the that rod where you click it and it. stays in
Immovable
place.
rod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that will be it for. Like, I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, I'll probably cast pass out trace when we get there, just to.
Oh, wait, actually, wasn't there? We had a ring. Or did V have that ring?
What ring?
A ring of swimming?
You did, yes.
B had that.
The ring of swimming. That is a good question. Let me see if it is still in V's possession.
Well,
or
if
not.
we're not carrying it on us, then I guess it's
Uh, the ring of swimming is not in V's inventory, so
Oh.
if somebody else has it in their inventory,
I don't.
I do. Okay.
oh, there goes Arya has it.
Right.
You have it.
I don't know how I
I
have it.
think it says it paired with the Mariner's armor. Where it's like, look, you have all the swimming stuff.
Oh, maybe. If anyone wants this, they can have it.
it might not be bad to give that to someone. Well, you have the armor that makes you swim better.
Yeah, so I.
Yeah, I'd say give it to Grim.
Well,
Alright.
it doesn't necessarily make you swim better, the Mariner's armor.
Being able to breathe. Or
It's oh no, it's swimming speed equal to the walking speed, so it does actually help.
Yeah, I
And
was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it does.
additionally,
Yeah,
when you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, it causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface.
I'd say give the ring to Grim.
Alright, you want this ring here, Grim?
Let me just quickly check. But how many? No, I think I only have 2 things I'm attuned to.
The ring of swimming is not attunement based, I don't think.
No,
No,
I think it
it's
just
just-
happens.
Yeah,
just-
it's
You have
it's
a
not
swing speed
attunement
of 40
based.
feet while wearing this ring.
Sure, I'll wear some bling.
It's a bling.
Wow.
So-
Yeah, because
What do
you
you-
know,
what do
most
you
of us could
attune
just
to?
teleport potentially to the top of a boat, whereas you can't.
Well, maybe.
Oh, what am I attuned to? I think at least my my belt. And I wasn't sure about my.
Oh
weapon.
yes, the belt requires you to be attuned, but
Like I wasn't sure about the weapon, but
actually,
definitely
hang on, the
belt.
belt. Oh, the belt doesn't actually say that it needs to be attuned, but I think you
Oh.
do need to be attuned.
No brooch. No, it's fine. I have a lot of magic stuff that just doesn't need
Yeah.
attuning.
Yeah, because you've got the mace that doesn't require you to be attuned to anything.
Yeah,
That
'cause I have the
that just
amulet.
works.
I've got an
Yes,
amulet,
of course.
brooch, a ring now, a belt.
Oh, you might be attuned to the amulet. That's a thing.
No.
The
No?
brooch, I think, needed a tune, right? Brooch. I can do words.
Virtual shielding.
Doesn't say so. Oh no, that one the brooch.
Yeah,
does,
so the brooch
yeah.
requires you to be attuned. The periapt does not.
So it's just the one thing.
Yeah, so you're only attuned to one thing. I was gonna say, it's Kelariis that's got all the attunements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I have.
Like I expected to have like at least 2 of my like 5 or 6 magic items to like require attunement for some reason. But no, I'll take
Nope.
it. I will take less restrictions.
Less restrictions.
I think, yeah, actually, yeah, everyone except Kelariis has only one thing that they're attuned to, I think.
I don't think I have anything I'm attuned to.
You're
do I?
attuned to the gloves of missile snaring, you just keep forgetting you have them.
Yeah. I don't ever use those.
I don't think I'm
Like,
attuned to
it doesn't
anything.
come up super often is the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you
People
also
have
have
kind of been coming up to like stab or bite more often than shooting or throwing things.
you also have the ring of minor resistance. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I have
Oh.
to attune to that though.
No, you do
No,
not.
but you do forget to use it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think.
God damn it.
This
Yeah,
is
it's just,
fine.
it's an extra d4 to your saving throw whenever you need one, so...
You know what? If it's bad, I'll try and remind you.
Yeah, can somebody just be like, Blair or Luka, please
Yeah, I don't.
use your fucking ring.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually attuned to anything.
Oh, you're not attuned to the Ring of Mind Shielding?
No, it doesn't need achievement. It's just while
Oh, okay.
wearing. I'm attuned to nothing.
Wow.
Fuck attunements.
I don't
Cool.
need no fancy attunements. I'm just gonna wear some bling and carry
Cool.
a rock.
Oh,
And
actually,
carry a rock.
no, never mind.
Wear an invisible bling. Invisible bling and a rock. That's all I need.
Ah.
Oh, I don't actually have that in the list of magic artifacts, but oh well.
What, the ring of mind shielding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
You
add
also
it.
don't have the stone. It means you also don't have the stone of good luck.
No, possibly not.
Yeah. My stone of good luck. The only reason I don't have any negative skill checks or saving throws.
Nice. I like how this turned into just
a
Inventory
stock
management.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't done that in a while, so it was kind of about time.
Well, yeah, we need to look through our equipment to make sure we've got everything we need and we're not missing anything we need.
Also, on the note of having the
Ring of Mind Shielding does require attunement, just FYI.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go then. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't require attunement to talk to the spirit that's stuck in it, I believe. But that's not really a thing right now.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Minnie, did you add that ring to your inventory?
No, not yet. Good call. Ring swimming. Oop. Come on. Go. Swim on, almost.
Swim on.
Stone of Swimong. Or Ring of Swimong. Right, the Stone of Good Luck is now in there as well.
Cool.
So that's now moved my... So you are. Where are you actually headed?
Well, we were given a location for the boat, right?
Yes, it's out in the harbour, like way out, like out into the bay.
Yeah, but they said like the skiffs were like.
Oh yes, they were landing at a point further south along the coast.
So,
Yeah.
I guess
I
we're
feel
just
like-
following the coast south.
You were not given a specific point on the south coast, but just further down the coast.
I think we just need
Oh,
to follow the
we-
coast
we-
south
like-
until we find the landing site.
It was like 10 to 20 minutes or so. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you. No exact positioning is what I'm saying. You just know generally further down the coast.
Okay. Well, good thing it's not too far away, so we might actually make it back tonight.
Okay, so you're just heading out along the coast then. In that case, we will go to back to the map. As you head down towards basically the river that runs down from the mountains and crosses over, like just on the edges of the town of Castport. You cross the bridges coming out of town, out through the outskirts and the rougher housing that sort of has popped up along the coast of Castport. Yeah, you head out onto the coast. Whilst you are walking, everybody make me... Yeah, make me perception checks as you walk down the coastline.
Prepare for blanks.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god, Grim!
Oh,
Okay,
Grim is just
cool.
absolutely
Okay.
gone.
Oh my god.
So as you make your way down the coastline, you're sort of like keeping your eyes peeled against the rain. When all of a sudden Grim, who is taking the lead, disappears as he steps into a small hole full of water. And
Oh no.
Oh my god. Can I fish him out?
yes,
Look, I am like fish in the water. I can swim 40 feet per second. I'll get out myself.
I'll kill myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
I'll accept help.
Arya, you reach down. Grim like grabs hold of your arms. Ugh. You are now soggy up to your waist.
God damn it.
As if we weren't already.
I mean, yeah, it's raining pretty hard, so.
Yeah, well, we're soggy already. Like,
Yeah.
everywhere. I don't
Well,
think a little bit extra puddle water's gonna make that.
Yeah,
much
he's now soaked up to the waist, and there's like little gritty bits in like your waistband and your socks because it's like
Oh,
coast water.
Man.
difference. Oh god.
no!
That's the worst.
Worst natural one ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember what like my first nat one was at least slightly better.
Yep.
So anyway.
So, as you proceed down the coastline, straining your eyes against the wind and the rain and the continued flashes of lightning, you really don't catch sight of anything that could be a point of interest or any signs of the ships until you've been travelling for getting close to maybe even half an hour, when you notice that the cliffs begin to rise up on your left hand side, and you're starting to walk along like under the shade of the cliffs, which helps shield you somewhat from the storm, but as most of it is lashing in from the bay itself, it doesn't offer a huge amount of protection. But one particular lightning flash flares up and illuminates like almost like the beginnings of a cove along the coast, and one of the things that you see sort of in the far distance as you approach this little cove is what looks like a almost like a long ship that has been pulled up onto the beach and secured. Yeah, that's what you see.
Well, that looks promising.
Indeed.
Wow. We should probably send you up first, Arya.
Yeah. I'd like to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Boing.
Okay. So.
We can still stay within range of the spell, though, right?
I think you have to be within 30 feet, so...
Yeah, it's not 30 feet of the cast, it's 30 feet of the caster for the duration.
Yeah.
But I was, I assume we were just sending Arya in on her own. And
Yes.
we're just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna.
I mean, she's walking up, like, you can see, like, this whole stretch of beach, but yeah, Arya can walk up.
I'm gonna send Scarlet with her.
Okay. On her, or just accompanying her, because flying in this wind is going to be difficult.
Yeah, on her.
Okay. Sort of, like, curls up around your neck and underneath your hood to shelter from the rain.
Yeah, just so I can still, like... I still want to be able to see what's going on.
Okay, so ranger, dragon, and wolf.
What a collection of animals.
Beautiful.
So Arya, you are sneaking towards this boat then. Yes, is that
Yes.
okay? So give me a stealth check with advantage because the storm works both ways.
Heyo. That's what I was kind of counting. Oh, that's survival. Fuck. Hold on.
Okay, so that's 33.
Yep.
Oh my god, Arya's fucking gone.
As the,
Yeah.
as the Irish would say, Choti tree.
So
Tree.
Choti tree.
as a bolt of lightning like illuminates the beach, you see Arya for like a half second as she's like striding off up this beach, like ducking from small rocks to other bits of cover, and by the time your eyes readjust to the lightning flash dissipating, you can no longer see Arya.
I'm gone, bitch.
Well then, at that point, I would probably grab hold of Kelariis and
Okay.
switch senses.
Just eyes roll back in your head, and yeah, you have scarlet senses.
Yeah.
Scarlet.
Scarlet vision.
So, Arya, as you stealth up the beach towards this longship, you actually notice that it was very difficult to see it from when you were further away, but now that you're getting closer, this overhang into a cove is not just a it's not just a natural inlet. It appears to have a like an organic cave system that is basically, unless you're close enough or looking at it from the sea, this thing would be very difficult to distinguish. Probably that there's a good chance that most people, even the people who live here, wouldn't know that this was here. The natural, like the way it's sort of cloistered away behind all of this stuff. And a short distance from the mouth of the cave, you can see 4 shapes. Definitely humanoid in form, very tall and very broad.
That looks like Dragonborn.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell precisely from where you are currently, but that would be a good guess. You're still probably like a good probably like a good two 250 feet from this group.
I guess I just avoid them for now.
Okay. So you're just sitting there and watching them for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roughly how long do you observe them for?
Just a couple minutes, just see what they're doing.
Okay. Okay. So you watch for a few moments as the four figures who are they're basically hunkering down amidst some rocks. Well, actually, three of them are hunkered down amidst a pile of rocks that are up on this up towards the mouth of this cove. And they seem to be in the process of keeping watch, although they haven't noticed you. The fourth figure is not quite hunkered down quite so much, but is still sort of like has like a something pulled up over their head that is protecting them from the lashing force of the rain. And as you observe, two more slightly smaller figures, not too much smaller, but maybe a few inches or so shorter than their leaders, come out from this cave mouth and appear to be carrying something probably like half their height between the two of them, and they are taking careful steps to sort of like carry this thing over towards the longboat.
Okay.
Do you continue to watch?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So these two individuals get to the longboat, carefully place this thing in the boat, and then go back into the cave.
Can I see what's in it?
Not from this distance. You're like 250 feet away.
Well, can I get closer?
Yes. Make me another stealth check. Pass Without a Trace lasts for an hour, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It's still not a great stealth roll.
27.
Should
Yeah.
it still have been at an
Yeah.
advantage?
Oh, yes, technically.
Oh, yeah.
So roll it again, just in case.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
That's sleight of hand, twice.
It is!
Yeah.
21.
So, you close up a short distance to the next patch of rocks, starting to actually get like fairly close to them at this point. Let me actually. Yeah, I probably should tell you how close you're getting to this because it's probably important. Yeah, you're probably like within like 100 feet of them now. As you approach, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Can Scarlet make a perception check?
Scarlet can make a perception check if you're looking.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Who
Okay.
needs
What do
to
your
get-
elven eyes see, Arya?
What do my elven eyes see?
Okay.
Me and Scarlet, we
Yeah.
got this.
And Scarlet doesn't even have disadvantage because she gets innate advantage to cancel it out.
So, as you, Arya, as you focus in on this, and Scarlet to a lesser extent as well, underneath, inside the longboat appears to be some sort of some heavy tarp that has been put over a number of things that have been loaded into this longboat. It looks like a number of barrels. It is very difficult to see what is in the barrels because they're sealed. But I guess give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Wouldn't happen to look similar to certain other barrels we've been transporting.
I don't know.
Okay. So there is a in some sort of white paint or maybe chalk, probably paint because it seems to be staying on in the rain, is a symbol that you do not recognize.
Hmm.
Do I recognize it?
You can make me an intelligence check. Okay. It is a universal alchemical symbol. It is the universal alchemical symbol for explosive.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh shit.
It is what we've seen in the past.
God, it really is a shame I'm not within 100 feet of
Yes.
them right now.
What a shame. You can say this aloud to the rest of your companions, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Elizabeth just will say, like, she's just found explosives. But she obviously can't hear what the response is, because...
Well, but I will say it anyways, for Kelariis' sake. Perhaps you should try and head a little closer.
Wait till Arya comes back, or head now? I'm worried that we aren't exactly gestures to the armor that we wear.
Also, you have no way of
I
getting
mean-
my attention. You'd have to, like, carry me.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but
Well,
That's
actually,
no problem.
you are still aware of stuff, so if Kelariis shakes you, you will feel it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just your sight and hearing that is occupied.
I was not like suggesting we head into the camp. I was more like, because we are very, very far away right now.
Yeah, you're like 300, 400 odd feet away from this.
Oh, that is fair.
I feel like we can safely stay like 200 feet away without being detected.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll just purposely leave tracks behind us. So if, like, like stomp in the, well, not stomp, but
Yeah, don't stomp. That'll make you a lot less stealthy.
but like, drag in the mud a little bit or
But
something.
yeah, I am only deaf and blind,
Yes.
so yeah.
I will say, like, the current state of the beach that you're standing on, like the coastline beach, you could make an effort to leave tracks, but they probably wouldn't last very long because the beach is like it does that thing where it's wet and it like levels itself out again after a short time. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but if you make like a little, what's it called? Little gutter.
Yeah.
Or something.
You can choose to leave tracks, but they won't last very long. You can also choose to not leave tracks. Is what I'm saying.
Well, we might as well half-ass attempt.
Yeah.
Half-ass attempt.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, like we'll try something, but like if it washes away, like we're not
I
gonna.
mean, yeah.
So-
Grim, you seem to have a plan for this. I will defer to your strange judgment.
Although,
Yeah.
actually, it might be a little easier just to grab some twigs or something from. I don't like what is this like just along the because we're on the beach, but like.
Yeah, there's plenty of shale and beach detritus everywhere that you can sort of, if you want something.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll just like arrange that in like an arrow.
Oh, for Arya. I was like, the fuck are we doing this for?
Oh yeah, no, that was for Arya. I wasn't very clear about that because
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You were just like, let's leave a path, and I was just, or like a track, some tracks, and I was
Jayla's
like, why?
"Ooh."
Yeah.
no, but it's
Okay.
because usually I would assume Arya could find us easily, but considering there's a storm and we can't see much,
So yeah, you grab up a handful of things and like make a fairly obvious like pointing arrow.
let's hope they don't find it first.
I mean, even if they do, that means very little to them,
Also true.
I guess.
Also, they'd have to find Elizabeth first.
So, are the three of you moving forward, or the two of you and then disturbing
yeah.
Elizabeth if you want?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
surely we're not leaving Elizabeth here alone.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
So do you shake Elizabeth out of her?
Oh, I thought we were just like carried her.
Yeah, you can still carry her, but she will feel
Yeah.
you picking her up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't communicate with her, so yeah.
Just pick her up.
Okay, Elizabeth, as you are in the senses, you feel yourself being swept off your feet.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it's probably Kelariis. That's fine.
I don't. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's like like Dragonborn-y strength, muscles. Yeah, probably Kelariis.
Yeah.
It's just muscles. That's all you feel.
the
That's the muscle.
yeah.
Well, to be honest, I'd probably feel like the metal of your armor as well.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, make your whatever.
Like a strong person in full plate has just picked me up. I wonder if that's Kelariis, someone who I know could easily pick me up and wears full plate.
Anyway,
And I'd be hoping that I would have felt something a lot more painful if you guys had been discovered.
so the two of you can make stealth checks. You have advantage because of the weather, but that will be negated because of your heavy armor. So a straight roll.
Well, how loud
Sure,
can
this
we
won't
be,
go bad.
right? Surely we
don't
can't.
say that.
No, don't say that. Touch
Jenny,
wood, touch wood.
why would you actually say that?
Fucking, let me slap my desk. Hold on.
There we go.
For fuck's sake. You jinxed it, Grim! You fucking jinxed it!
You didn't touch wood.
Useless piece of shit!
Like, I'm
Wow.
touching wood right now.
Ow.
A lot
Wow.
of anger directed towards
does he
them.
get? He gets fucking stuck in the sand.
Okay.
You know,
So-
how, like, sometimes sand isn't wet enough and it just like sucks your foot.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So, I guess actually I should roll for
So
that.
maybe don't. Just don't.
Okay.
Surely there's no one to see, right?
As you are advancing towards this, a lightning bolt streaks out of the sky and hits the cliffs to your left, and
Rad.
a number of shards of rock like splinter away and are hurled outwards in a shower. Arya, you watch as like you turn to look over your shoulder and you see your companions walking up the beach, like highlighted by this like explosive light. You look back towards the people who are taking cover in the rock formation. You expect them to like look up and see this, but as you do so, the two people carrying another barrel come up to the entrance to the cave. The shockwave of sound causes one of them to lose their grasp of the cask, and the cask hits the ground. And you watch as the three people hiding in the rocks and the guy who is standing further out all like jump backwards as this thing like starts to roll back into the cave, and they begin barking at each other in Draconic.
Oh dear.
Can Scarlet
Yeah.
know what they're saying?
It is a miracle that none of you were spotted, because literally the sentries rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Can Scarlet hear what they're saying?
Can Scarlet hear what they're saying? Make me a perception check with disadvantage over the din.
So a regular perception.
So a regular perception check.
Wait, did she get like on everything?
18.
But it was only like
It's
specific-
only sight and hearing checks.
Sight, hearing, or smell.
Oh, it's sight and hearing. Oh wow, fucking pseudo
Yeah.
dragons.
Pseudo Dragon has advantage on perception checks that alone. Sight, hearing, or smell.
Yeah. So, yeah, you hear the conversation. You understand Draconic.
I do.
So, basically, one of them yells, "Watch what you're doing!" The other one's just like, "Shit, sorry." That stuff's highly volatile.
Yeah, well, that's definitely confirmed it's explosives. That's a thought. Are we within 100 feet of Arya now that I've been carried?
Oh no, because you said like we'd stay
Yeah, no,
200 feet away.
yeah, Aya's like a little closer, so you guys are like 200 feet back. Aya is like a 90, 80 feet from there.
Oh well. Worth a shot.
Yeah. So yeah, Aya, you witness them like having this spat, and they sort of go back into the cave and like start like picking this thing up and checking it over to make sure it's not damaged.
Hmm. Can I? Is there any way to get in the cave without being seen?
It would be extraordinarily difficult because there are literally 4 people like watching the way up to this cave from the land. Unless you get really creative.
Crawl along the ceiling like a fucking ninja.
If anybody
Well-
can do it, it's Arya.
Yeah, you could try and scale the cliff. There's no ceiling, but there are cliffs to your left. You could try.
It's like in fucking Breath of the
Yeah, I was gonna say
I know, but it's raining.
it's raining, so
Yeah.
hey, just press jump every 3rd climb, and that will
Yeah.
that undoes
No
the rain
waterfall.
effect.
Yep.
That's how you climb in rain, everybody.
That's how you
Yep.
climb. rain.
Just jump every 3rd climb.
Just make
That-
sure you
that-
don't run out of stamina.
That makes
Yep.
no sense. Just putting that out there.
I mean, you're right.
It's because in Breath of the Wild there's a slip timer, and you can negate the slip timer by jumping. Just burns through your stamina a lot faster.
Hack that system.
Yeah, the thing is, just in real life, that's probably more likely to make you more likely to fall.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but in real life you don't have a slip timer,
Nope.
Yeah.
so you're fine.
Yeah, just
Well,
how strong
you do. It's called your physical strength.
Yeah.
That's your stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think your stamina is quite as much as the legendary heroes.
How
No.
good can hold.
Good can hold.
I don't know. It depends how good your holds are.
Can hold good. Or can hold bad.
One of my climbing buddies can last for 8 seconds on pinch holds, and I'm just like, that is not human.
It's not
Kinda
human.
terrifying, actually.
Anyway,
Well, I guess I'll try and get up on the rocks, get a better view of what's going on exactly inside of this thing.
okay. So I guess make me an athletics check. Oh yeah, 1 point as well. If you do this, Lyra's gonna have a tough time trying to follow you.
I can leave Lyra down here.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
She can just hang out.
Okay, cool. So you wait until the group seem to go back to what they're doing, and you start to sort of like scale your way up onto these cliffs. It's slippery and wet, and going any higher than you are currently it's going to be very difficult to maintain your hold. But you are like a couple of feet off the ground now.
Hmm. Can I see anything else from up here?
Make me a perception check. Again with disadvantage because of the weather. Okay.
Damn, Mario.
Damn.
Um,
My elf eyes are seeing.
So, as you sort of you're hanging from this thing, like sort of leaning off, like looking down, and the rest of the guard party standing at the front gate or the front of entrance to the cave are just back to watching the water ahead and the path. You look down and you can see your comrades sort of they've edged up to a patch of rocks about maybe 120 feet or so away from you. As you look down, the three guys who are standing amongst the rocks, now that you've got sort of like a better angle on it, they're all sort of hunkered down, and they've all got short bows and long swords, and are wearing breastplates with like little bits of chain, like not quite like a full armor set, like perhaps a full soldier would wear, but they're definitely geared for combat. And they're basically just wearing like oiled hoods and cloaks to stop themselves getting absolutely soaked through as they're watching over this. As the sort of the lighting from the roiling thunder and lightning sort of changes a little, you get a glimpse of them. They are all four of them are blue dragonborn. Yes. And the one standing at the back definitely seems to be the one in charge. He is a blue dragonborn with very faded, almost like sea-worn scales. Like his around his muzzle is like the strongest color, but the rest of him is a faded blue, almost like tending towards white. He looks quite old, and he is holding holding like a long staff, atop which is like some. It almost looks like a clear gemstone that has been twisted to form almost like a sort of spiral. In his I guess it wouldn't be in his hand, it would be at his waist. At his waist he has a hefty looking leather satchel that looks like it should be for storing books.
I think what we're looking at here is the CMC. It's the Chromat Marine Corps.
The Chromat
Hoorah.
Marine Corps.
Hardly.
Jayla. Whatever.
So you maintain your position clinging to these rocks as yet another barrel goes to the longship and the two guys go back. They've probably got like 5 or 6 barrels now, and they're probably not going to be able to load much more before they need to sail off in this thing, because otherwise it's going to be very low in the water.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say at this point, this might sound crazy. Can one of you get me a little bit closer? I'd like to be able to tell Scarlet something, but too far.
Problem is, well, I guess what are the odds of lightning striking twice nearby, right?
I mean, I guess.
Let's ask 1d100.
Actually, you know what? I guess actually at this point I will go back to my senses.
Okay. Shk.
And I would like to try and sneak forward.
Oh,
Okay.
good lord.
Oh.
So you're not wearing heavy armor, so
No.
make me a stealth check with advantage.
I guess before you like would head off on your own, I would ask you: are you gonna go back into your senses mode, or like your helpless mode?
No.
Okay,
No, probably
then it's
no,
fine.
no, definitely not.
I don't like this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a great roll.
So, Elizabeth, you...
I figured I had slightly better odds with +3 stealth.
Yeah, +3 in advantage is usually enough. But so, Elizabeth, you start to sneak forwards. You you probably get maybe 40 feet forwards. Actually, no, because if you're going to the extent of your thing, you probably go 30 feet and then start to use your senses. What do you say to Scarlet?
I basically want Scarlet to convey the message of basically barrels, boom. Because she can only
Barrels,
explain simple
boom.
ideas. So
Okay.
she explains the idea of the barrels and an explosion. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like that'd get the message across.
Okay. So you send that message as you're conveying that message telepathically. A bolt of lightning strikes within inches of you.
Ah,
Arya, from your clifftop perch, you watch as the blue dragonborn with the staff looks out down the beach, seems to spot something, raises a hand and brings the hand down, and as it does so, a lightning bolt hits the ground just in front of Elizabeth.
What?
Elizabeth, this explosion of sand just comes up in front of you, like showering you. In fact, probably some of it is glass.
Yeah.
And over the booming sound of the thunder, Arya, you watch as this dragonborn like places a hand on his throat. Over the storm, a voice rings out and says, "Whoever you are sneaking about in the darkness, come forwards."
Now I'd like to convey the message of sorry.
Okay.
Can we
Well,
hear
this
that,
is-
How far away are they
Ferrous?
from me?
Sorry. One question at a time. How far away are they from you? 100 feet?
Okay.
Sorry,
Well,
Kelariis.
No, sorry, I was just asking if we could hear that as well, like...
Oh yes, all of you can within 300 feet.
Okay.
because I know how I'm gonna react to this. I want to make a big boom. A big, fiery boom.
Well, we can't stop you.
Well,
Yeah, I was like, we can...
how is everybody reacting to this? Because like this is like you all have a moment to react to this.
Casting fireball.
Like,
Right, you've
Okay.
Seems like a bad idea.
I would give it. I would like Grim would give it a second to see what happens because I haven't acted. Oh, I guess like the real question is, does he consider the lightning? Like, was the
We don't
lightning?
know that was... Apparently...
yeah,
the
you
cause.
you and Kelariis did not see the raising of the hand and the pointing.
Yeah. So I guess I don't know what Kelariis to do, but I would like Grim would wait like a second to see what's gonna happen,
Okay.
hoping for the best.
Arya, what are you doing?
Sorry, Arya.
I suppose technically it's another round, so technically you should make another athletics check anyway. But
I mean, do you want me to?
yeah, go ahead and make that because it might determine what you decide to do.
Okay.
Okay. So I will say, like at the start of your whatever it is that you're doing, you feel your grip is starting to slip on this wet rock. You're probably gonna like have to let go.
Can I like slide back down? I guess.
Okay. Are you trying to do this stealthily or?
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna make landing this harder. Make me an acrobatics check.
Wow.
Ooh.
You're rolling that with disadvantage, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 12.
So it's a 12. Okay, that's enough to like land safely. You have no idea whether people spotted what just happened. So.
Okay.
And Elizabeth, what are you doing?
Honestly, this is a panic fireball situation.
Okay, so where are you pointing the fireball? Because I will say if you point it at the longboat, your fireball is not going to hit the longboat. Like shrapnel from the explosion might, but they're standing a decent distance away from this boat.
Yeah, I don't want to hit the boat.
So you're throwing it at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using its 150 feet range to try and hit them.
Okay, so wham. And with that, I think we will. I'll need to adjust your positioning a little. But actually, hang on, because I said you were about 100 feet from them, so. So you're standing about there. Arya is. What did we say? 80?
Something like that.
So yeah, you can be like anywhere sort of like around here, and then you'll drop to like the ground. I guess you've dropped to the ground, so it's like one of these two tiles. Which one do you want to be in? And Elizabeth is probably here actually. Okay. And then Kelariis and Grim, you are ever so slightly off map at the moment. Oh, actually no, hang on, because Elizabeth only walked a short distance forward, so I guess you guys are here.
Pines. Rock.
Well, you were like, I guess we're 200 feet from the cave, right? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was rough distances, so yeah, actually, yeah. Maybe I fucked up my distances a little. So I will say, like, if you want to be over here, you're like one round away from like running in. So if you dash for a round, you'll make it in.
Sure. That would make sense.
And technically, actually, he is back here. So
I can blow them all up. Ah.
Nope, that's not the one I want to look for. Oh no, it is.
Oh wait, I completely forgot to roll for initiative.
Do I need to roll some fireball then?
Well, okay, so technically, because they're not surprised, we'll go in order of initiative. So this guy sees you preparing a spell, and he will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and take the dodge action.
Bastard.
Oh, wait, yeah, technically, actually, hang on. Oh no, hang on, I messed it up. So he should have that, and then So, okay. Okay, so yeah, this guy sees you casting a spell, like, runs headlong back down the beach, and takes cover, dodges. Your turn. Fireball goes off.
Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
Well, let's have a look.
And
Can I
that's-
No, I can't hit all of them. So I guess I'll probably put it like here, like. Yeah, I'd probably put it like here,
Okay.
so I can get the 3 little guys.
Okay. So, whoosh. Dex
Whoosh.
saving throw, and they're gonna have advantage because they're in cover.
DC 17 though,
Uh,
and that's a good roll.
Okay, so 1 fails to succeed. So this guy takes the full force of it because the rocks aren't covering him, and the rest of them take half of that. Man, this music is so much more epic with the fucking lightning bolts in the background.
Yeah.
Lightning is kind of great.
Lightning can make anything more intense.
Okay. This is...
And I guess as part of my turn, I'd also kind of like to move.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Just sort of to here. Now I can actually say in person to Arya. Sorry!
Like, oh my god.
Actually, I kind of want to move to here so I can collect Scarlet again.
Okay. Okay, so Scarlet like scampers up your arm and
What?
Sorry, I need her magic resistance.
absolutely you do. As the storm, like you watch as the at the end of your turn, that like the Dragonborn turns around, like plants the staff in the sand for a moment, and the gemstone seems to crackle with energy. And Elizabeth, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
Lovely.
I get advantage because magic.
Actually, technically this is not a spell. This is actual lightning.
Well, I still rolled a 19, so fuck you.
Okay, you take half of this, so... Okay, you take 15 thunder damage as BOOM! A lightning bolt streaks from the sky and hits you.
I'm
Wait,
fine.
thunder or lightning damage?
Thunder.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Why would a lightning bolt deal thunder damage?
hey, blame the game designers.
There's literal lightning damage in the game.
Yes, and some things deal lightning damage and some things deal thunder, and for some reason this one does thunder.
Yeah, for some reason lightning does thunder.
That's so okay.
Anyway,
Thunder and lightning go hand in hand.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Kelariis.
Galileo.
I mean, I'm running in as fast as I fucking can.
Yeah,
Okay,
come
so
check out these Chromats.
you dash. Here you are.
Yeah. I don't even, like, I don't know how far I can get, but like as far as I can.
To here.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I stick a little closer to the cliff face for this for a
Sure.
second? Yeah. Because I'm no stranger to seeing lightning strike in places, and that's not a good idea to stand under the open
Okay.
in full plate armor.
Nope.
with a surprising burst of speed, the Dragonborn, after seeing the fireball detonate,
Wait, what?
moves again.
Wait, what? I've just noticed he's in the turn order twice. What?
Yes.
Huh.
This is no normal dragon.
Yeah, I'm noticing that now.
Are you within 90 feet? You are. So he runs back out towards the edge of the coast, barks in Draconic to his subordinates, to which, those of you who understand Draconic, he basically yells to his subordinates, protect the cargo, eliminate the wizard. And he will throw a static orb that, like, hurtles towards you at ridiculous speed. What's your armor class?
At the moment, it's a whopping 12.
Okay, so you are hit for 19 lightning damage as this streaking bolt goes through the wet air. Oh, and actually, oh no, that's not a weapon attack, so he doesn't get the extra damage. The rest of these guys will draw their swords and advance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. No, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, they are advancing on you. At this point... I dropped the dice. Okay, yeah, they spot Arya.
Ah, god damn it.
And they will... that's the wrong stat sheet. Yeah, they will also use their ball lightning attack. 2 versus Arya, 1 versus Elizabeth. What is your armor class, Arya? Because you're wearing your leather, aren't you?
No, I'm wearing Manor.
Mariners.
Oh, you put the Mariners on, did you? Okay,
Yes.
cool. So in that case, one of these hits you for 26 lightning damage, and the
God.
same for Elizabeth.
Ow.
Yeah, they're basically running towards you as bolts of lightning just go.
Not even a save.
Not even a
No, it's a roll to hit.
Can't believe.
It is your turn.
I'm in a lot of pain.
Okay. I guess.
Oh, yeah, I forgot somebody who's in this scene.
Lyra,
Lyra, who is behind this
where's
rock.
my girl?
Oh, hey, Lyra.
So,
Woof.
a wolf. I
Four.
guess I'll get out my bow and shoot. Can I shoot this guy?
Which guy? The guy at the very back.
Scary guy.
Yes, he's within your range.
Sweet.
Because what is your base range? 150, yeah, so definitely. Cool.
And then Lyra is going to... dash... here.
Okay.
Oh. Suddenly a wolf!
Right, Lyra tears out towards one of these Dragonborn.
It's a wolf.
At the end of Arya's turn, the elderly-looking Dragonborn is going to take his legendary action, or one of his legendary actions,
Fuck my life. He's a legendary action.
to teleport 30 feet. So
Oh!
you watch as
That's my move.
focusing on this focusing on the staff for a moment, the Dragonborn turns into a roiling ball of electricity and conducts through the rain and just goes zap 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 and appears 30 feet away.
Have I ever seen something like that happen before?
No.
Okay.
Have I?
Although, it functions the very same way to your Misty Step, except this guy just turned into lightning rather than just disappearing.
Okay.
Grim, I assume you spend your turn dashing and arrive. Which tile would you like to arrive on the edge of the map?
Well, Kelariis has chosen the favorite spot, but I think I kind of want to spread out a little bit.
Okay. So that will be the end of your turn unless you want to do anything else. You have bonus action and anything else.
I don't think I have anything I can do.
Nope. Well, you have action surges. I'm giving you the opportunity to use that if you wanted to. But
yeah, okay. I guess that's true, but that's not now.
okay.
Not now.
Uh,
Yeah, he's
okay.
too far away to do anything useful with it.
At the top of the round, initiative... Oh, no, wait, no. Technically, it should be initiative count 20. So, technically, this guy gets to go first. He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to roll him a perception check. He does not see you yet. Okay.
What?
What?
Yeah, he is going to use his static bolt again.
Is this a spell?
It is not a spell.
No.
Oh no, sorry, no. Technically, this is a spell.
Cool.
Cool. So that doesn't hit you anyway because it's a to-hit roll.
Oh, nice.
So he levels the staff and bang, another lightning bolt like streaks out and explodes next to you, Elizabeth. At initiative count 20, I need to look something up.
See, I never like hearing that.
Nope.
No.
I don't think anyone does.
It's fine.
Is it? I don't
No.
think
Not
this is
fine.
fine.
Like, we'll just start taking layer actions. How bad can that be, right? The
yep.
ocean rises against us. Or the ship starts firing its cannons at us.
That's even worse.
Oh, what are the odds that they hit
Fire
us?
the cannons, or I'll fire your skulls at them instead.
It's a nice hot joke there.
Oh. Oh, this is the wrong book. That's why.
Lol.
I have too many books.
Too many books.
I can fucking. Okay.
Oh, you can teleport to him.
It's fine.
You can fuck him up.
Well, I don't know if I can fuck him up, but
You can fuck up anyone.
don't say that.
Touch wood.
Slap my desk.
That's not the right one either. Maybe it's this one. Too many books.
Yeah, that's fair.
Really should have copied this down, but I was expecting to have more prep time for that. Fireball is fireball. Ah, there we go. It's actually giving me prompts, which is good because I'm guessing it's in this book now. Ah, there we go. Okay. Lair actions, lair actions, lair actions, lair actions. Okay, within 20 feet. Actually, no. Considering you're shooting at it, it's going to do something different. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you watch as Amidst the downpour, like a crackle of electricity begins to spread throughout the air in this circle, and the rain almost begins to turn into steam and then into fog. The area within this circle is now heavily obscured.
Oh no.
Well,
Elizabeth.
Cool. Let me have a look at what's what. I think I'm going to cast. Well, first, I'm going to move. Just to get a bit of distance.
Okay.
To avoid nasty AoEs. And then I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself. Kablamo.
Okay. Bunch of Lucy Elizabeths step out.
There's 4 Elizabeths now.
Oh my god, Shadow Clone Jutsu.
no.
Oh god, that's what we went to, huh?
4 Elizabeths!
I was just gonna keep it simple. Last time there were multiple Elizabeths, turned into some problems, but
Yep.
Yeah. If at least all these Elizabeths are in the same place doing the same thing.
Okay. I guess seeing that happen.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, yeah, so, I guess, yeah, as that happens, Elizabeth, you sort of, like, step to one side and bring out these mirror images. You watch as the Dragonborn, extends the staff again, the crystal glows, but this time, as the crystal begins to glow, he reaches out with a hand towards you and makes a pulling motion towards you. And the howling wind picks up and almost attempts to yank you off your feet.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Is this magic?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably.
Technically, no.
Fuck you.
What?
Strength saving throw.
Technically, these are all environmental effects.
Strength saving.
Yeah, strength saving throw.
Hey!
That
That's
is
pretty good.
just enough.
Ha! Fuck you, bitch.
So the wind tries to pull you forward, and you just dig your heels in and are not pulled.
Yay.
Kelariis.
Hi, okay. I'm panicking. Kelariis is not panicking. I'm gonna run a little bit, and then I'm gonna vamp.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It sounded like you said you're gonna run and then you're gonna bamf.
That's what
Yep.
I thought she said.
I'm gonna run and then I'm gonna be a badass motherfucker.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do that because I think if I measured correctly, get to this motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm gonna regret this in like 30 seconds probably, but it's fine. Hello. And I will take some swings. I'll take 2 swings.
Okay.
maybe.
What?
2 can play at that game, my friend. Yeah, just kind of. I don't have anything. Alrighty, here we go. 2.
Okay, first one hits, second one does not.
Yeah. I think I'll pour a smite into that one. Just I don't like that this person seems to be doing a lot of spells, so I'm just gonna dump a third level into that one.
I don't like this person does a load of spells, so I'm just gonna dump all of my spell slots into smiting, because that's what
I
paladins
don't like
do.
this! Also, I, to this day, still get the count for, like, how many things I roll wrong, so give me, like, 2 seconds. 4 total?
Yeah, it's the spell slot plus 1, unless it's special.
Yeah. I don't know why, I always think it starts with it's not right. I always think it starts at 1, but it's 2 for the first level.
Yes.
Slot, and then it's up by
And then 1 for each one.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So your first swing catches this dragonborn completely off guard, and you just the blow like rakes across his he doesn't have any armor on his torso, but his scales seem like tougher than usual. But the first swing rakes across him, and a thin spray of blood is like sprayed out as he takes a decent chunk of damage.
I just like snarl, just
Yeah.
angry.
The second swing, you go for like this overhead like plunging sweep, which he brings the staff up, and it's like it's a wooden staff, but it's like you've connected with stone or steel, and it just, you rebound off. And as he like looks up at you, there's a moment where like the two of you like are just looking straight at each other, and there's almost like a moment of realization or something in his face. And in the 6 seconds of your turn, you hear him say, "Greyslayer, could it be?"
What?
Wait, excuse me?
It's now his turn.
Excuse?
Excuse me?
Great Slayer.
Greyslayer.
Gray Slayer. What does it mean?
I mean,
he knows your reputation. Oh, Yeah,
I
he
guess you
didn't
have
know
a
I
reputation
have
as
a
a. I guess you have a reputation of a chromat killer.
he is gonna hit you.
it's gonna be bad for me, but okay.
What's your AC? Your AC is 18, right?
It is 20. Thank you.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 20. Yeah, because you have shield. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I have a shield.
bastard.
Come
So
here. Come at me.
he swings at you with this staff. First hit does not connect. The second hit does. So he hits you for 10 bludgeoning damage and 12 lightning damage. And because
10 and 12.
10 and 12, yes. And because he has not hit anyone else with a weapon attack this round, you take an additional 12 lightning damage.
Okay, it's halved for me. Luckily, but that's not great.
The third attack hits you for 9 bludgeoning and 8 lightning.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
I mean, on the plus side, that's only 16 lightning. It could have been a lot more. Because it would have been 12, then 12, then 8. That would have been like 32.
It's not great.
16 is better than 32.
I'm really worried about this guy.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. This is bad.
Yeah, we need to nuke the hell out of him.
Against Arya and Elizabeth, the...
Shield.
I haven't said what I'm doing yet.
Oh.
They are going.
Attack roll, I shield.
They're going to fire the ball lightnings at the two of you.
Yeah, can I shield that?
So you're casting shield before I even tell you what the result is.
Well, technically, I don't think I can. Also, yes, because I want my ward.
Okay, so you cast shield, and a ball lightning explodes off your shield.
Yay.
Arya, you are struck with a ball lightning for 26 lightning damage. And all that was with disadvantage because they're standing in the fog cloud. Versus Lyra, he is going to attack twice. What's Lyra's AC?
It is 7.
Okay, so 1 hits and it's a crit, so that is 9 piercing and 16 lightning damage.
Ouch.
At the end of the Chromat's turn, the elderly Chromat is going to take his legendary action, and he will inhale.
Breathe on you!
He does not breathe on you.
No.
Oh.
Instead, he emits a thunderous roar. Make a Constitution saving throw, Kelariis.
Oh, okay.
That sounds bad.
Oh, that's not enough to do a thing, huh?
Oh, what? I don't have the DC of this written down. What is the DC of this other ability? Because it will be the same. Okay, that's a success.
Oh, cool.
So you take half of this, 4 thunder damage, and you are not pushed away.
Okay. I just like grit my teeth and just dig my heels in.
Yeah, just.
Yep, that was pleasantly underwhelming.
300 feet away, a thunderous boom erupts.
I don't like this.
No, I don't blame you.
Arya's turn.
Is there any cover I can get?
Not immediately where you're standing, no.
Yes,
Can I move somewhere to get cover?
You can see
Cover's over here.
where the cover is.
Oh, okay.
This circle also is heavily obscured, if you care about that.
Okay. I'm gonna get in cover, because I am being fucking
Whoa.
fucked up.
So, yeah,
Ah!
Yeah,
not that way.
My
That's on top of a
computer's
chromatic
having a
dragon.
moment. Yep, I know. Fuck me! Stop! I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what you're doing either.
No, me either.
For some reason, my screen is like scrolling.
Oh, have
Hi.
you right-clicked while you were like dragging or something?
Oh, you may have
Oh.
done, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get behind some cover here, because holy fuck.
Okay, so you're dashing to take cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lyra's gonna attack this guy.
Okay. Roll it. Hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Look at her go!
Go, Lyra, go!
I love how much damage she does now.
Yeah, God.
She hurts.
Okay.
She hurts pointy
She
teeth.
was so good.
So, at the end of Arya's turn, the storm rumbles up again, and yeah, it's going to target Elizabeth this because that was the command that was given. So, Elizabeth, dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh. Time for miracles.
Is it magic?
Again, technically no, it's part of the storm. That is not enough.
Yeah, last time it was 18.
Mm-hmm.
So now what's happening?
25 lightning damage.
Cool.
Boom! Another lightning bolt strikes you.
Good thing I've got a magical ward.
Yep.
The magical ward just ate all of that.
Temp HP.
Yep.
Good, thank you, wizard.
Yep. Yeah, any normal wizard would have been long dead.
Grim.
Well, I'm definitely gonna walk or forward a bit.
Yeah, Grim,
Right.
can you like tank for us? And we need your ability to not die.
I am trying to get there.
It's hard
Oh,
when they can do
damn.
attacks like pretty much wherever with that lightning.
Well, considering I'm not in range anyway, so I'll just
So
run
much
more.
lightning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm running. I'll move slightly over. There we go. I'll try and get them, guys. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Fucking Grim, just like, I'm getting there, guys. I'll be there one day.
Oh, yep. Actually, it might be where not thunder surging.
Action surging.
Action surging.
It might be time.
We're just saying
Grim.
thunder too much.
Yeah, I feel, I'm gonna action surge so I can
Okay.
actually get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I can get in between these two,
Okay.
and hopefully stop their ranged attacking.
So yeah, Grim just charges into this fog cloud and just disappears. And Grim, like you break into this fog cloud and you can just see two shapes like moving around in this fog.
Hopefully this is good enough.
Okay, so Dragon Scale is going to.
Do you have any attacks, Grim, or did you just?
Oh, I
No, just
I
action
double-
surge for the extra for triple dash, basically.
Yeah. I did all the
right,
moving
yeah.
I can.
I was thinking of the way haste works for some reason.
Yeah.
I am not a hasty boy.
But he is a dashy boy.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I think at the end of Grimm's turn, the Dragonborn is going to again disperse himself into lightning and zip zap zip zap zip zap.
Fuck.
Doesn't want to be in combat with you or something.
And
Really? What against?
Yeah, he's gonna try this. So, again, he will place a hand on his throat and say, and in a booming voice, in this time in Draconic rather than in Common. Those of you who understand Draconic here, Greyslayer, I am not your enemy. Let us discuss this as equals.
Excuse me?
Yeah, and that is... Yeah, that's... technically that's not his action, so he will hold an action. So, yeah, initiative count 20. It doesn't know. Yeah, okay, it's going to do that because it's the only thing that it knows that it can do. So, I need Elizabeth and Arya to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this still an environmental effect?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Okay. Elizabeth, you you hear the beginnings of like a high-pitched whine begin to build up, and something in your instinctive reaction tells you to like cover your ears. You cover your ears and tense as an ear-splitting crack erupts above the rocks above you. Arya, you are not quite so well prepared, having just hunkered down behind the rocks. You are deafened until the end of your next turn.
This will be fine.
Elizabeth, you heard and understood what was said by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Dragonborn.
I don't like it though.
Do any of us like it?
They're bashing dragons. This is fine.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I know whose input I want most on this. But I think Elizabeth would go. I don't know. I guess she'd probably move to sort of here-ish. Yeah. And do her best to shout over the rain.
Okay.
Draconic. What the hell do you mean, Greyslayer? And I will. I guess I'll hold an action to. Basically, if Kelariis still wants to fight, I'll firebolt the elderly dude.
Okay. So you're holding Firebolt.
Yep.
Kelariis.
I don't. No, I don't know who this person is, but all I know is that he has been doing some bad shit to my friends, and on a base level, no matter who he is, I don't like that, and it's probably going to get me in a lot of trouble right now. But you know, it's fine. So I guess, like, I mean, I'm going to run up to him, and I can only imagine that whatever action he has prepared may go off. But we'll see, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, as I do that, I'm kind of just, I yell back, I think you're mistaken.
Okay.
You should have thought about that before you hurt my friends. And I don't know if I get
Okay.
that far. Like, I don't know what if he does something before that.
So basically, you get to like here,
Yeah.
and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Bad.
Okay. That's enough to pass. So you take half this. 21 lightning damage as he lets out his breath weapon.
Actually, it'd probably be more like 5. Half.
Yeah, halved
save,
and halved.
Half again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I was like, so is it 5 or 6? Do you remember now?
It's 5.
Yeah, 5.
It's 5.
So like, yeah, it just like arcs off your armor, but you just don't give a shit.
I just don't give a shit and I keep going.
Okay,
I
yeah,
feel
you
kinda
keep
badass.
going, you get to him.
Yeah, I feel kind of badass. And yeah, I mean, I have a thing called Vow of Enmity, and I'm gonna do that. I
Okay.
think my yelling was.
Yep, I'll take that as your vow as enmity.
Yeah. Let me mark that before I forget to do that.
Yeah, I'm guessing this would probably trigger the held action.
Yes. So go ahead and roll it.
I don't. Yeah, I'll let.
Oh.
Yeah, you pull that first.
That's yeah. Guessing that doesn't hit.
It does not.
Hey, at least it's not a nat 1.
2. Oh wow.
We'll use that for vow of enmity. Okay, 2 hits.
I think I'll smite him. How bad does he look right now?
You've only like sort of really like he's got like a cleave in his scales, but that's really it.
Okay. I'll smite on both of them.
Hit it very hard.
Okay.
I'm going to do 2 at, or 1 at first and 1 at second. Do you want me to just roll them together?
Roll them separately because it might be pertinent.
It
Okay.
might be permanent.
And so
Yeah, you might fucking execute him before the second one.
That's fine. So
I doubt that.
yeah, I also doubt that. And second is that. All right.
Okay, so that is. How much is that total?
A lot.
33 plus 31,
Oh, it's 24.
so 64 in total.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay. So, important descriptive moment. You blast him twice with 2 swings of radiant energy, and he like falls and staggers from both impacts before he grabs the staff in both hands, raises it above his head, and slams it into the ground. A huge thunderclap like rings out, and like a bolt of lightning conducts through his staff. Make me a strength saving throw.
A strength save?
Um.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, no. It should be con, same as last time.
Oh man. I was like, I'll do strength.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Oh fuck.
Okay.
oh.
Cool. You don't take any damage from this, but you are pushed 20 feet.
Oh wow, that's far.
Yeah, that's real far.
So.
Okay.
And actually, technically,
Yeah. What's
these 2 get pushed there and there. Because it's just this shockwave just bursts out from him.
It's a really bad con roll.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
And actually,
the same roll
technically,
as my
unfortunately, this removes your vow of enmity as well.
What?
Because it completely removes all debuffs that are on him.
Oh my god. God damn it!
So like after this impact, he looks up and his you note like there's the wearing between his where his scales are. Like normally where there would be like recesses to the skin, there's static electricity is like crackling through in between his scales. And yeah, he looks like honestly kind of terrifying at this point because he's just bawling with electricity. He reaches into like the satchel, pulls the book from the satchel, flicks it open, and reads a couple of arcane passages in Draconic.
Casting a spell.
Well, technically, he's not doing anything yet because technically this is the flipping to the end of Kelariis' turn. It is now. Oh yes, I need to remove that turn from turn order, and he now goes on this initiative. So, the thing that he does next is he reads some arcane passages in Draconic, and the last few words that you understand in Draconic, he says, and by these shackles bound, Kirimvar, living storm, come to my aid. Slams the book shut and draws almost like a spectral chain made of electricity from the book with his free hand, so that like basically like the book is now like levitating open, or well, levitating closed in front of him, and he's got a chain of lightning that he draws from it. The book falls to the ground, and he's just like wielding this chain of lightning as a weapon.
Yeah.
Type the name that he said. This. Also, I don't know if I recognize that name.
I mean, I'm gonna make an executive decision based on the factors and say none of you know that name.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, that makes that easy.
So on his turn, he will back up behind the rock. He will call out again and say, "Very well, if I must slay the Grey Slayer myself, then I will do so." And he will... Yeah, he's just gonna throw a static bolt. 21 to hit Kelariis. 19 lightning damage as another bolt of lightning just shoots out. Boosh. End of his turn, beginning of the... Oh wait, actually, yeah, no. So, end of his turn, another rumble fills through the clouds, and another bolt of lightning comes thundering out of the sky. This one impacts right here, Kelariis, where you were just a moment ago. Except this one is huge. A massive cone of sand and glass is like sent spraying into the air, leaving a massive crater behind. And from the massive crater, the crackling lightning forms.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, what the hell?
The largest giant you have ever seen.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That is the end of that turn.
I think we might have
Chromatics?
underestimated our opponents here.
The Chromatics are going to take 4 swings at Grim and 2 swings at Lyra. What's your armor class, Grim?
19.
Okay, you block all of them. Just ting 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 ting. Like they're
take damage from people.
they're swinging in the fog, so they have disadvantage. Oh, actually no, technically it's a flat roll, because you have disadvantage against. Well, they have advantage because you can't see them, but disadvantage because they can't see you. But yeah, they all you managed to block all of these like shadowy like blows coming towards you. Against Lyra, 13 and 18, so only the 18 hits for 9 piercing and 7 lightning. And then Arya.
Things are happening so much. I guess I'm gonna shoot the giant.
Okay. Just like peek out from behind and just, oh shit! Ting. Hit.
Blink the giant.
Okay.
And Lyra's gonna attack.
The arrow flies out and just like embeds itself in the giant's arm. The giant doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Lyra hits, deals damage.
I think we're gonna have to Star Wars this bitch. Or he's
Tie its
gonna
legs
swing
together.
around its leg, yeah. Tie its legs together.
The giant. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I don't like this.
So, you watch as the giant literally from thin air pulls a 2-handed sword made of literally lightning and takes 2 swings.
Why is everything made of lightning?
Those are both hits.
Oh no.
34 lightning and then 40 lightning.
Okay, wait.
What?
Okay, wait, let me do this. 34.
And then 40.
Okay.
So that's 17
Yeah, 37.
and...
Okay.
Can I absorb 4 of that?
Oh, you want to
With my
take it from
protected
your
ward.
protected ward?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can
Use my
absorb
protected
4 of
ward to
Kelariis'
defend
damage.
you.
Thanks. Okay. I'm just gonna point out that would have literally just taken me down if I did.
If you weren't
Oh
resistant
my
to lightning
God.
damage, yes.
Yep.
huh?
It's pretty bad.
This is pretty bad.
Grim.
Bad place, guys.
Or I finally got into my first round of actual fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like so much has happened, and it's only round 3. Well, I will definitely start off by swinging at this one.
Okay.
Wait, actually select the proper weapon. There we go. Actually, that's a miss. Oh, that might be a hit.
First one's miss, second one's a hit.
I'll just roll that. 8.
Who are you targeting this against?
This one.
Okay.
And then finally, I will. Do I? So I'll just quickly roll it so I can read it. One of my attacks. Who can see or hear? Oh wait, it's not within 30. Oh, for some reason, I thought it had to be within 30 feet. I feel like Kelariis needs all the hits she can get right now.
Thanks.
I just see this massive shimmer through the fog, and I'm like, Kelariis. You're gonna have to step it up.
Yeah, you. All you hear through this massive fog cloud is just boom, boom, zoom, zoom, and Kiana's like, Kelariis, do your thing.
Okay. I'm so scared, actually. Let me take a swing. Let me make sure I don't have anything tick.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a good start.
Is it?
It's a hit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's a giant. It's very hard to miss.
Okay. Well, I don't know, maybe it has some crazy AC. Shit's weird.
So that's 21.
At +8 for my because of.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, honestly, can I throw a smite into that? It doesn't have to be my turn because I don't like this big thing up in my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like any of this.
Yeah, your damage is not mundane, so it's fine.
That was bad.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
technically Arya's damage is mundane, so that actually was not as effective. That was only half.
Ah. You know, Kelariis is not gonna say it in character, but we might want to regroup because we're in a bad place, except for
Yeah.
Grim, who hasn't taken any damage yet.
As usual.
As usual.
Okay. Top of the round, initiative count 20. All of the legendary actions refresh.
Is it my turn?
It is not your turn. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. Yeah, so top of the round, legendary actions refresh. Then it is the lair action of the storm. Yeah, it's gonna drop this here.
Uh-oh.
So, oh, actually, no, it would drop it further back so it doesn't hit itself. So it'll drop it directly on top of Elizabeth. It will affect that Dragonborn and Grim, but not Lyra. Kelariis, Grim, Elizabeth, Dragonborn, Constitution saving throw. Okay, the cultist passes.
Wow, that's horrible.
Okay.
God. We are
Okay.
so unlucky.
You are all deafened.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God. Actually, no, that's pretty bad. Shit.
Well, no more bonus attacks for people.
Yeah. That's bad because I was going to shout a thing as well, but now I can't.
Oh, you can. We just can't hear it.
Oh yeah, I can.
It falls on
Arya
deaf
will hear
ears.
it.
Haha, haha.
So now is it my turn?
Yes.
Cool. Because the thing Elizabeth was going to shout, which she might as well shout, because technically I will hear, and she doesn't know that those two are deafened. It's just, guys, we need to get out of here now.
Okay. The only person who hears that is Arya.
Yeah. Yep. And I will try to cast
Arya will-
Hold Monster on the giant.
Okay.
So make me a Wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw for the giant.
DC 17.
Oh my god. Despite a +10 to wisdom saving throws, it fails.
Fuck you!
Oh my god!
The giant is held.
Holy crap.
Get fucked!
Well,
Wow.
well, that means, depending on what Kelariis does, it can absolutely get wrecked, or
I mean, I
I'll run
didn't
away.
hear the thing that was like, yo, we
No.
should go, and Kelariis is a really stubborn idiot.
Kelariis is extremely stubborn.
Most of the time, let's be real.
I need to research something about the... Because it's paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
yep. So auto crits.
Oh. Yeah, I mean...
Paralyzed, advantage on hit and auto crits.
Oh, Jeremy Crawford says stunned creatures, incapacitated creatures cannot take lair or legendary actions. So that's good for you guys.
Screw you! Also, I'm marking that I'm now concentrating.
Cool.
Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, you can move.
Stay in range.
Cav?
Oh yeah. I guess you probably would move, but probably only to go. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, I guess you'd move back to here,
Okay.
and then I don't really have anything I can use on a bonus action. So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, at the end of your turn, the Dragonborn is going to use a legendary action. And... Zip zap zoop!
Is he fucking running?
He is leaving.
Yeah.
Bastard! Alright, well
Like-
Of course he is.
I would say that's a smart move after like almost getting murdered.
Yeah.
yeah, you know. I mean, I guess that solidifies my plan for the next turn, because I had two options that I was thinking about, but...
If you were genuinely
Kelariis.
considering like just teleporting off and trying to hit him,
Oh yeah,
That's what-
absolutely!
oh
You
my
know what?
fucking god.
Like,
It's a
I
bonus
would-
action to
Why?
drink a potion, right?
Yes, to use on yourself, yes.
Let me check the two that I have, and decide how much I don't feel like dying today. I'm scared by how much damage, and I don't know how long... Yeah, I'm gonna use the superior healing potion that I have, which feels like it might be a mistake, but I don't know, so I'm gonna use it.
Might keep you up.
Yeah, 88 plus... or 84, sorry, plus 8. I'm trying to read the note that I have written for it.
Oh, I wish it was 8d8.
Oh, I wish, right?
Yeah.
8d8 plus 8.
Ooh,
That's pretty good. 22.
That's a pretty good roll. And after that...
That's a lot of ones though.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it could have been worse. Let me take that up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take some swings, maybe, possibly. So I still have to make the attack rolls, but have advantage? And if
Yes.
They hit,
And if they hit, they crit. Yes.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh, fuck, that last one is not great.
It still hits.
Oh, okay, cool.
So 2 auto crits.
2 auto crits. I mean, I guess if there's a time to dump smites, it's now, isn't it?
Yep,
Yep.
So
definitely. 100%.
I have to roll the regular crit damage.
So yeah, roll. It'll be 2d8s for your physical and 2d8s for your radiant.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll them separate. Not just slash 2d8. So that's the physical.
Okay.
That's the radiant. roll them separately, I guess, the smites?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. That's the first one. I'm assuming it's still up, so I'm gonna roll it again.
Yeah, I haven't done the math yet, but I think it's probably still up.
Okay. Alrighty, there you go. That's all my 3rd level spell slots, guys. So,
128 damage.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Holy fucking shit.
this
auto crits.
this giant that is just like immobilized in front of you, you just like tear into it with this divine fury. Yeah.
Still stands.
So, one thing I will say, as you're like like carving into this, you notice that the as the giant is like trying to resist this incapacitation, and as it does so, it move like it's well, it doesn't move because it's paralyzed, but the tensing of its body is causing like almost like immaterial chains to appear around its wrists and ankles that very similar to the chain that the Dragonborn held, seem to be made of the very lightning itself.
I'm guessing everyone sees this.
Yes. End of Kelariis' turn. The Dragonborn is going to continue to... Actually, it's going to continue to walk away, but it's before it gets out of the 90-foot range, it's going to static bolt back.
Motherfucker.
For 22 lightning damage.
That was me?
At you, yes.
Yeah, I had something open right over it, so I missed it. Oops, that's... Fuck you!
Yeah, I should probably indicate, like, the longship is, like, pulled up along... let me draw it in. It's basically, like, moored up along here. This is going to be the world's worst longship I've ever, but...
Well, or we'll see when it shows up.
There you go.
Okay.
Do we have any... Does Arya have any explosive arrows?
No.
Damn.
I know.
Well,
Damn.
we kind of don't want to blow up that boat. If we
It's
can.
fine!
Like,
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
he is going to hop into that boat.
Don't worry, Elizabeth's got a crazy idea.
What a bastard.
Actually, I do have an alchemical fire arrow.
Don't burn the boat.
That
We
does
That is
sound like
technically
the kind
explosive.
That would definitely
Um,
set off
chain reaction.
Everything? Yeah.
These guys, because they haven't received any other orders, are still going to try and kill Grim. I just realised these guys technically have pack tactics, but not that it makes any difference because they're at disadvantage from thing.
Well, they just said like they would have not have disadvantage because I can't see them either.
Yeah, no, it's a flat roll regardless because it doesn't stack up.
Yeah.
19 doesn't hit you, does it?
It's that is my AC, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
So that
a
hits,
match.
right? match is
Yes.
a hit.
So 5 piercing and 6 lightning as one short sword manages to break through your guard.
The first damage Grim took tonight.
Yep.
Today.
Oh my
whatever.
god.
And everyone else is nearly dead.
The same against 2 attacks against Lyra. 5 piercing, 6 lightning.
There we go. And then piercing is reduced by 3.
Yes.
Oh.
Lyra takes 7 and 9, so... Arya.
Okay. Gonna shoot this giant again.
Okay. Just a regular arrow?
I do have acid arrows, I guess. Yeah, let's do acid arrows.
Okay.
Pew.
Okay, hit. So actually, for acid arrows, you don't roll the because hang on, what it should say in the description of the item that you have.
It's not a description. I just like
Oh, you just wrote it in. Okay.
have arrows.
Cool. So I believe it'll be vial of same rules of vial of acid. So just type in acid. So yeah, instead of that 1d8 plus 5, roll 4d6.
Wow.
Well, it should be 2d6, but because it's a crit, it's 4.
Only melee.
Oh, it's only melee crits. Okay, so it's just the first 2 dice then. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Sad face.
Yeah.
So that's 8 points of acid damage. Yeah, the acid seems to like burn through the giant's robe.
Well, I just should be more specific. Only attacks from within 5 feet.
Ah, yeah, okay. Giant's turn. Does the giant gets a save against this, I believe?
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Gotta take an attack.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Okay. Okay.
Nice one, Lyra.
Lyra in this. That's great because technically she has disadvantage. So that's because you rolled 2 20s is the only reason it crits.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, Lyra and this dragonborn are just like engaged in a tussle in the middle of this fog cloud.
Just hears,
Giant gets a wisdom saving throw, right?
At the end of its turn, yes.
Yeah, okay, end of its turn. That's not the right character. Wisdom saving throw. Passes.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
End of its turn. Grim?
Well, I guess everybody's still deafened, so... Well, I guess I'm deaf, so it should
Yeah.
be the rest of deafened as well. I guess I'll just swing away.
Okay.
Go down, guy.
Hit,
Go
hit,
down.
miss.
These are not very...
You're just like,
impressive.
ah! It's really hard to fight a guy that you can't see because you can't find his weak spots.
Nope, just... Well, at least I'm hitting him.
Okay.
That counts as
Tippins and
something.
kneecaps!
Okay.
Oh, and it's still the same guy, am I right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
So, at the end of Grim's turn, yeah, technically this thing does have a self-preservation instinct. It is under orders, but it does have a self-preservation instinct. So, Klaus, you watch as the giant breaks free. Looks down at you, raises an arm to the heavens, and a bolt of lightning streaks down, strikes the giant, and the giant just goes and like breaks apart into like a cloud of static and disappears.
I don't even get to hit it as it leaves. That's sad.
Top of the round, actually, it gets all of its legendary actions back because that cost it all of its legendary actions. But top of the round, gets them all back.
How dare.
Elizabeth.
Cool. Elizabeth
Wait,
really doesn't want to let this guy escape now.
But wait,
So-
didn't it already use its legendary action to get in here then?
No, previous round.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been here for a full round.
30.
Yeah.
And then...
Because it used its previous round to attack twice.
Yeah, because it teleported in and then it attacked instantly. Oh.
Yeah, because it used
go-
legendary actions to teleport in, actions to attack, got stunned, saved, legendary actions to get back out.
Oh yeah, the stun was there. I forgot about the
Yeah.
stun.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna teleport
Okay.
all the fucking way over here. Fast step.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna fucking firebolt that fucking dragon.
Okay.
If I can.
Attack roll.
Oh, get fucked.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Roll me some damage.
Get fucked in the ass.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Holy shit.
Fuck my life.
That's pretty high.
Oh my god.
Okay, so like he's jumped into this longboat, like pulls the sail down as if he's about to sort of like take off, leaving his entire crew behind. When like you launch this bolt and it just impacts with like his shoulder, like throwing him forward and bouncing him off the mast. Just whoosh.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's not a fan of that.
At which point, she'll probably shout out in Draconic. You coward! You think to hide behind those you would subdue.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, Kelariis' turn.
I don't like that Elizabeth is all the way over there. But I also don't think I can get onto that boat, which is unfortunate. That's a bad idea. I'm a fool, but I'm not that much of a fool, I don't think.
God damn.
God,
But wait,
a long
hang on.
time ago I would have been.
No. I've just technically you could justify it. 'Cause it's but Misty Slap's
Well,
only a bonus action. You could just get on the boat and heal yourself.
Yeah, but there's also a bunch of explosives on that boat, and I'm not that much of. I am reckless. I've learned a few lessons in my day.
Because all I'm saying is, if you did it, Elizabeth totally would as well.
Yeah, I don't want that. Is the thing. I am off the edge of my thing.
2-on-1, and he's fucking off. He clearly doesn't think he can win.
Kelariis.
I know. I don't think I'm going to because I just want to see if I can throw my fucking javelin at him from here. I don't think I can. Actually,
With
maybe-
disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage, but like. I could.
Fucking spear him.
Wait.
I mean, I
You-
may as well try.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well, I'm sure. So to the edge of that bit. There, I think, is what that measured. Or was it, I think it was about. Yeah, I mean, on it, yeah. I also don't like that Elizabeth is up here on her own. So yeah, I'm just gonna chuck my spear twice
Okay.
and see what up if either of them hit. Both at disadvantage.
Well, throw the first one first because you might be able to activate the special ability of it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that will actually pull him into range for the second one, but
I don't think so, because I think it's only 10. Oof, that's bad.
what is his armor class? That's a miss.
No.
So
Okay.
Crusher just flies past him, embeds like sends splinters flying as it pierces the mast, and then is just and just pulled back to you.
Yep, one more. Here we go.
Shot.
Oh wow.
Heyo!
Second one
Nice.
hits.
That's a decent roll.
I don't think it does the radiant.
It does not do the radiant damage because it's only melee attacks. Yeah.
That's a sad damage roll.
But do you want
I
to try and
think
use
I
its special? Yeah.
Try to pull him. So,
It's a strength
Yes.
save, right?
yes, it is a strength save against my spell save DC, which I think is a 15. It is
Okay. And he has pulled how far?
10 feet.
Okay. Doot doot. You like yank him the length of the boat as it like pierces through his shoulder and then pulls him back.
I think he goes prone. No, he doesn't. No, just sorry. It was just if they're immune
Yeah.
to prone, they don't get pulled, as I think.
Yes. If they are immune to prone condition, they cannot be pulled.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Are you just sort of riding on that high when you pulled someone off the gate?
Technically, I didn't do that.
Okay, so at the end of Kelariis' turn, after being yanked this far, Elizabeth's words still ringing in his ears, he will ball lightning. Right, and 25, 30.
Aha!
It's his turn. Actually, technically, he would go here because of the effect of this ability. and he is going to raise the lightning lash. And back to you in Draconic, he will say, "You will regret threatening me like that." And he is going to whip you 3 times.
I would like to cast shield.
Okay. What does shield take your AC to?
17.
That is not enough.
What? Yes, but it still gives me a little bit extra.
Okay, so for the first attack, you take 10 piercing damage as this connects with you.
10
piercing.
10 what, sorry? Okay.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save. God damn it. I'm going from rolling really
Okay.
well to rolling really badly,
You're in
like
range,
real
but I don't
quick.
think it's gonna make a difference. Oh,
Yeah, it does not make a difference.
Yeah, I don't think +2 is gonna save me here.
Excuse me, it's a +3 now.
Okay,
Sorry, +3.
so
+3 is not gonna save me either.
you take an additional 23 lightning damage.
Ow.
And the second one, you take 13 piercing damage.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm very much down.
So yeah, he won't see. Like as you fall from the second swing, he will not activate its secondary because it does nothing. Cool. Oh no, you're not dead yet. You're just.
I'm not dead.
Oh my god.
I'm getting better.
So, Chromat soldiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, one of them actually finally hits Grim. He would have had a crit on his other dice, but disadvantage. 5 piercing, 3 lightning. And the 2 against Lyra miss.
These guys do not hit hard if they are not using their spells.
Arya.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna step out from my cover a little bit.
Okay.
Shoot. This guy.
He is heavily obscured, so you have a massive penalty to try and hit him.
Can I hit this guy?
Yeah, I think that's within your range.
But
Yep,
Yep,
easy.
it's still within your regular range.
Awesome.
Longbow.
Oof.
Oh,
Ow.
Arya!
Awesome.
Significantly less awesome.
Great.
Lyra
Lyra's got
hits.
me
Lyra.
Okay.
Yo, Lyra's doing work.
Lyra is doing work. Lyra's basically killed this guy by herself.
Thank God for
Has
Lyra,
he ever
honestly.
made the strength save?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I can't believe you've not been making the strength save.
oh, it is our
I think
task.
honestly, I think there's so much other shit going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on.
What?
technically all it does is negate the disadvantage anyway, because he'd go prone. But
Yeah.
so yeah, he is now prone, but all your attacks hit anyway, so it would have made 0 difference.
Yeah, and I will get up for the attack.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to think that
Yeah.
Lyra's just dragging this guy's
Yeah,
big old
that is
down.
basically what is happening. Like, this guy is just constantly, like, he's being attacked by a wolf that he can't see, so he's flailing around with his sword, just occasionally, like, something sinks its fangs into his leg and pulls him to the ground.
Cool.
He's literally fighting a ghost wolf.
Yes.
Uh,
As it should.
Right, now we need to make Lyra have white fur, and he'll be fighting a ghost wolf in another way.
okay. Yeah, it's still the storm still has its orders, so legendary action. Kelariis, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, you take all of this.
This is really bad.
Oops,
Rolling 410.
my D key is a bit sticky.
Okay.
5,
No, that's a lot more acceptable.
5, 2
Yeah,
damage.
That's much more acceptable.
No, except the dexterity save failed, so
Yeah,
it's
I
5.
failed.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Still.
saw the 410 and wasn't even gonna question. I was like, I'm just fucking
So-
dead.
Kelariis is just like sprinting forwards, and like a lightning bolt just comes out of midfield, just strikes her, doesn't even slow her down.
I'm just still
What a legend.
Grim.
Like I have no clue what's going on out there. I'm just.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I've just
I'll
had a.
swing away again.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, Ferrous. I've just remembered something.
What?
I had mirror images. We
Oh.
forgot about them.
Yeah.
God
Oh,
damn it.
yeah, you did.
Was that concentration or was that not?
No, it's not
that
concentration.
that doesn't work against dex saves, does it?
No.
No,
but attack rolls.
So okay, so roll me a d20 twice. Okay, so
Okay, so he hit the first one hit a duplicate.
okay.
Then
Damage with the first attack then.
I hate
Not
doing this
already.
retroactively. So it was
Sorry, I
um
just completely forgot.
10 plus 23, so that's 33.
Cool.
But he then would have used, because he hit you on the second one, he would have used the lightning damage,
Yeah.
so you would have taken,
just use the same one that he already, like the damage he already got, and then.
yeah, and then he... Yeah, okay, so you take an additional 13 damage. So take the 13 damage. I will say, because he is still trying to achieve the same thing, at the end of Arya's turn, he'll use the one legendary action he has remaining. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Okay, you fail this one. And you take... yep, you're down.
No,
Oh no,
no.
oh no, you're not. You're on 1 hit point. Okay, but you are pushed 10 feet backwards.
Fuck you! I lived!
Okay, so you're not quite dead.
The girl who lived! See, that's important.
Okay, so Grim's action hits 1 for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, one of them hits me by bludgeoning.
No, you
Oh,
hit
no,
them
I hit
for
one-
5 bludgeoning.
Yeah, no. Yeah, oh yeah, I hit one of them for my minimum damage again. I am.
Okay,
I am really doing it.
legendary actions replenish. Elizabeth, you're on 1 hit point.
Oh. Yeah, the girl who lived. I mean, I'm totally up for continuing to mock him. I
Okay.
don't give a shit.
Sake.
Yeah, I will say back into Conic, you're gonna have to try harder than that. I will teleport over here, because I can
Okay.
still fucking fast.
Why?
Because now I've got cover!
No, I can't heal you. Fuck. God damn.
Yeah, that's also true. Teleport
It's
there.
fine. You've done it. You've done it.
Well, you did. Yeah, you didn't. You weren't
Yeah,
concerned about healing.
No, that's fair.
I
And,
was.
No,
No.
Elizabeth
No,
wasn't.
I wasn't.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
and
Oh, side note. How are you not down? Because like last time you went down to, like you should.
last time
be
I was
down.
on -6. I went down from -6, so I added 33, that left me on 27. So then I took the extra, however much it was, and then that -13 took me down to 1.
Oh, no, you should be down because of the 13
Yeah.
piercing.
Ah,
You didn't take the 13 piercing from the attack, so you are still down
Yeah.
technically.
Oh
Yeah, I
well.
was about.
So you're
I
on-
just realized. I looked at my because I was like trying to ratify my damage sheet, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute,
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
that doesn't actually reduce the damage.
So in that case, it's just a death save.
So yeah, death save for your turn.
Nope.
Okay, 1 failed death save. Kelariis.
Hey, it wasn't a 1. Touch wood.
I'm gonna run up. Well, I mean, there's a weird thing where I stop at the side to like lay on hands.
Okay, yeah, you run down, heal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do honestly probably half, which is a lot. So 30.
30.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's half of my lay on hands, and I want to end up between her and this dragonborn.
I mean,
Yep.
It's a third of my hit points.
Stop fucking getting into fights with people. And just, I can't do anything because that is my action. Well, actually, let me check if there's any bonus actions I can like do something weird about.
To be fair, I wasn't expecting him to turn around. And I was also kind of hoping that when I managed to roll 41 damage, he'd just die, but...
Shit. No, of course he's not gonna fucking die from that.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what I'll do? Elizabeth's AC is kind of shit.
At the moment.
No, you know, I'm gonna just stand my ground and, like I said, I can't actually, like, action-wise do anything, but I just, like, snarl at him, like, stay away.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
As his legendary action on the end of your turn, he is going to unleash his thunderous roar again. Constitution saving throws for the two of you.
Oh, it's hit bites with...
3 for this one, Elizabeth. That's bad. I get pushed back.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, so Elizabeth succeeds, but Kelariis does not.
Yeah.
So Elizabeth takes half of this, Kelariis takes the full. Except it's thunder damage, so it's not, you're not resistant. And you are pushed 10 feet.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're pushed over Elizabeth, who's like still lying on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess his response is he's gonna like ready the lightning lash again and say, well fought, Greyslayer, but I'm still claiming victory today. And he will attack. Yeah, he's just gonna attack 3 times. He has a. He would have disadvantage against the prone target, so he's gonna move 5 feet forward to not have disadvantage. Hits 9 piercing
It's against me.
against you, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, can I shield again?
You can. Was that put your AC at?
17.
Still hits.
Yeah. I'm now hoping the others will maybe not.
So 9 piercing dexterity saving throw, please. Oh, disadvantage because you're prone.
Yeah. I wish this was magic.
Okay, you take 26 lightning damage.
I'm down again.
You know what? You fucked him really hard. He's really not happy. So he's going to attack you while you're down.
Oh no.
He hits, so 2 failed death saves.
Ow.
And he hits you again. Oh, hang on, what's your AC?
Guess I don't have shield anymore because I'm unconscious.
No, you don't.
The 12.
Yeah.
It's not a I guess it's not concentration, though, is it? Is it just, it just is. I think, doesn't it just exist?
It just exists while I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
It just exists, like the
Take-
effect is there.
Invisible action force until the start of your next turn. That's all it says.
Yeah, it doesn't say it requires you to do anything.
Yeah.
So the last one does not hit.
Oh. I'm cutting it a bit close, guys.
Yeah, just a bit. And actually, yeah, as his final thing, he will bark into the storm and say, fall back, the storm shall carry us away. The guys here, this guy will stand up and disengage. 5, 10, 15, that's all he can go. These guys will disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And yeah, end of their turn, he will ball lightning 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Arya.
I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Okay.
Wait, don't I get an attack?
They disengaged.
Oh, okay.
That is not a hit, unfortunately.
I know.
So, Lyra?
Ah.
Yep, okay. At the end of Arya's turn, Kelariis, the skies turn dark above you. And dexterity saving throw, please.
I am scared for my life.
So halved and then halved again. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4.
4 total, okay.
So, like, from Arya's perspective, you're just watching Kelariis just be blasted by lightning bolts from all angles, and she's just like fucking Terminator walking towards this boat through this fucking lightning strikes. Grim.
Well, I guess I'll start heading over 1, 2, 4. Actually, I'll slight differently. I'll just move up diagonally, I guess. Actually, no, I can't catch up to them, can I? 1, 2.
There is one way.
Belts.
Yeah, but then I lose my action.
Oh.
That is true.
Oh no, wait, I can't. But I can't catch up to them. It's just because I walked in the wrong way.
Okay.
If I walk a little closer. Oh, I can actually end up here instead.
Okay.
There we go. And I will strike.
I will point out now that you're out of the fog, the guy to your right is absolutely ragged. Like scales have been torn off him in places, and he's got like multiple bite marks. Oh, and technically he should make another strength saving throw. I'm glad I remembered that again. That's not him, and he's down. So he's actually on the floor.
Yeah,
Yo,
that
fuck him
actually
up,
matters right now. I quickly want to check the description of something. Let's see. So it can basically be anyone. Cool. I'll start by trying hitting the guy that's down because.
Yep. Advantage.
It's always easier to.
Kick a man while he's down.
Wow.
Look, it's the smart move.
I'm a firm believer that when somebody is down, it's best to kick them.
Yep. I accept that infinite wisdom.
That's a hit.
I'll just keep on attacking.
Yep.
Actually, will he die to this, or?
You bludgeon him twice. He's like barely, he's like trying to crawl through the sand.
Sure. I'll just hit him one more
Yeah.
time.
Just cave in his skull.
This is fine.
Did you say he's fine or this is fine? Because I think
This
the first
is
one was
fine.
inaccurate.
Dude, this is fine.
Grim flicks the brains off his mace. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
Oh my god.
That's extremely grim in both senses of the
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, end of the turn, legendary actions refresh. Elizabeth, the saving throw.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Elizabeth is on 1 hit point.
Oh my
Never
god.
in our lives been that lucky to get that save in this
Yeah, that has
campaign,
never
I don't
happened
think.
before.
I've never been this lucky in any campaign.
Well.
Yeah, you were very close to making another 300 gold friend there.
Well, at least this one is on our payroll, so it's fine.
Why? Why?
Oh god. I'm assuming I don't get a turn though.
I don't think so.
Sure. Well, yeah, sure.
Although, hang on.
That'd be pretty wild.
Let's look at death saves. Hang on. Death save doesn't come up. Death save. Death saving throws.
Just type in
Um,
or something will show up in the book.
I guess it depends if it's end or start of your turn.
Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points, make a special saving throw. If you roll a 20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point. So you have a turn.
I have a turn! Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, but don't you remain unconscious? Is that not what the...
No, that's the special property of a 20. You come back conscious.
Okay, so I know roughly how far you can...
You are lying in the sand and smoking a little.
Yeah. Okay, so I know roughly how far you can move. This fancy teleport.
Also, fast step, is that a concentration?
That's a good point, let me check.
Because it will have it is now
yes, it is.
it's now gone
Yeah, it is.
because you died. Well, you were unconscious.
Yeah. But I can still move. So I'm gonna go... Let's have a look. We can...
Just spite fireball.
I'm not gonna fireball. That's a bit of a waste, there's no one else to hit.
Well, also the fucking thing is, there's explosives on that ship!
Yeah!
But yeah.
So... I'm just
But the
gonna
thing
move
to
away as
remember
far
about
as
your
I
other
can.
spells is they do a lot more damage than a cantrip.
They do. They do a lot more damage than a cantrip.
But for now, you can do what you please.
What have you got?
But yeah, I don't want to explode that entire boat. So it's gonna have to be a cantrip, I'm afraid. Aww.
No, it
Damn it.
impacts the side of the boat as he ducks underneath the firebolt.
Okay. Well, just because, yeah, I really need to get to safety. I will also Misty Step.
Okay. Okay, you misty step into the. Well, technically you can't misty step there because you can't see it.
There then.
So. Cool. At the end of Elizabeth's turn, the Dragonborn will yell into the storm and say, "Kiranvar, take us away from here now!" And a combination of a high wind begins to blow, and as well as generating a current underneath the longship. And these guys begin to move at a ridiculous pace. Kelariis, it's your turn.
Yes, please, noises. I'm not gonna be able to fucking catch up with that ship. Also, I'm not.
Well, I think you can run Misty Step and actually hit him.
Here's the thing, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, please don't.
Considering what I have seen that he can do, and knowing that a lot of us are very injured right now. How are these Dragonborn looking?
Behind you, still fairly healthy.
I pretty much only tickled them.
Yeah, I mean, I just give like an angry like look and noise to the dragon. Oh god, I'm so fucking pissed, but I can't justify chasing him considering the situation we're in. So I have like 18 hit points. I'm just gonna fucking come and hit this one, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. That counts as flanking, I think.
Yes. So advantage. 2 hits.
I'm gonna pull Just... I may as well do both. I don't know. I'm upset. I don't know why I didn't roll them together, sorry.
Okay, yeah, you like lay into him with 2 heavy swings, and he goes from being very healthy to having 2 massive like gash wounds across him that have like torn through his chainmail.
I'm probably gonna regret not taking a...
Um,
That's fine.
Parting shot
At who?
at you. Oh, so a bolt of lightning like arcs over your head and just like blasts the rock next to you. And these guys. So as you come face to face with them and almost slay this guy in 2 swings, Kelariis, you see like a genuine like look of fear on the 2 Dragonborn. One of them is going to try and shove you out of the way. Contested athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
Bad.
You are pushed 5 feet backwards.
God damn it.
And this guy, yeah, he's gonna make a break for it. So triggers an attack of opportunity from Grim if you want it.
I'll take it. I
Okay.
might as well. And what is that? Oh, that might actually hit.
That does hit.
Nice.
Okay.
I get minimum damage. I am.
Yeah, your damage is rolling really badly tonight. And he's gonna keep going. 10, 15, 20 procs from Kelariis if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Ticked. Oof, that's bad.
That is
Wow.
bad.
That's pretty bad.
Wow.
25, 30. And this guy's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's not gonna make it to the boat.
These poor motherfuckers.
I trust me, though, about to be
Arya?
glad they didn't make it to the boat.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the guy closest to the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realised, Elizabeth, you were prone, so actually
I can't
you only got
like-
half your movement there, so you're like further back here.
Yeah. Well, I would have. See, I was like there. I would have gone 1, 2, 3, and then I could still Misty Step.
Although, admittedly, if you
Yeah,
like,
literally where I just
get
placed
up-
you.
Like if you
No,
if you
I
get
just
up,
wanted to check.
you can also move free and then Misty Step, and then you're not prone. Or you could crawl, I guess.
Yeah, regardless.
Wow.
I mean, this still suits me. But if anything, this is slightly better.
So Arya's taking a shot.
Pew.
Nice.
Roll damage. Which guy are you targeting? The one at
The
the
guy
back.
goes closest to the boat.
Okay. He takes an arrow to the shoulder and staggers forward. He is on his last legs.
Lyra's gonna attack this guy.
Okay. Yeah, he fucking
Lyra has been the most
dies.
consistent. All this fucking
Lyra
target.
fucking tears him asunder.
Lear is fucking carrying.
Yeah,
I never thought
so
Lyra would carry us.
the boat moves another 40 feet. It's off the map now, basically.
Well, not quite.
Pretty much, though.
Well, it is off the map for this. I just can't move it
Yeah.
any further.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was the legendary action of the storm, so moves 40 feet. Grim.
Well, might as well try out this ring. Or well, how deep is the water? I guess this is not very deep water here. Is it?
It's like once you start getting to the deep water is where you need to swim. Or well,
Ah.
you need to swim about here, but that's because you short.
Yeah, you're like
well, because I'm
high.
like with this ring, I'm literally twice as fast in the water.
That is very
that's
true.
actually true.
2. 3, 4, 5. Well, Can we stop the ship somehow?
You yell to your party.
Yes.
If by stop you mean annihilate.
Have to do.
Okay. Top of the round, legendary actions refresh, Elizabeth.
Stop pissing them off, please.
I'm pissed off as well.
Yeah, but you almost fucking died.
Hang on. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't even know if I need to move. If I move to there, is the boat within 150 feet of me?
How far is it to the edge of the map?
About 80.
Just about.
Yeah, in that case, I've got to fireball the boat.
Okay.
Like as close to the middle of the boat as I can.
Okay.
I'll just roll damage, but I probably like
So, yeah, because this is important, because I need to roll D100.
Fireball ignites whatever's in its radius.
It does.
If it's
Okay.
not being worn or carried.
So you watch as a blue fireball arcs out from Elizabeth towards the Dragonborns, like sailing away in this boat. And you watch as the fireball impacts, catches, and the whole boat just boom. I need to roll 1d100 for the magic artifact that's on that boat. Cool. So yeah, shards of the boat are sent scattering for maybe 100 feet. Yeah, you're pretty sure the guy in that boat is dead.
Good. Fuck him. At which point, I will use the rest of my movement to sort of just go
Okay.
back over here.
Kelariis?
Wow, I wasn't expecting that to see that happen.
Boom.
I'm gonna run to.
I think this guy's pretty demoralized right now.
I mean, I'm gonna run to.
On the plus side, he's glad he didn't get on that boat.
Yeah, he just watched his escape plan sail away from him with his boss in it, and then explode.
Yeah. Basically, he's glad he didn't get his escape plan.
I mean, is he though? I'm gonna chuck Celestial at him and maybe hit, hopefully.
Okay, throw. Hit.
It's gonna use the thing to try to pull him.
Yep. So strength saving throw for him. What's your DC?
15.
Okay. Chook.
Now you can stab him with it.
Kelariis just goes,
No.
"Get over here!"
Yeah. I mean, do I have to call the spear back, or can it just stay there for a second?
You call it back in the action of pulling it, but you can just drop
fair
it, draw the sword, and then.
Yeah, I mean that's the idea is draw the sword. Maybe, hopefully. Aye.
Oof.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna just spend. I'm gonna assume that doesn't kill him outright.
It does not.
I'm gonna spend my last spell slot and smite him. That was okay.
Okay.
I don't think that kills him.
It does not kill him. He is still up.
Yeah.
And okay, so like pulled backwards towards you, and then you like slash him across the back. He basically like falls to one knee. Yeah, he is after seeing all of this. He's gonna just throw his sword to the ground. And he will begin to beg for mercy.
Yielding.
Arya.
Got me begging you for mercy.
The thing is, Arya does Arya see him begging for mercy?
I mean, he's groveling on the ground in front of Kelariis and threw his sword away.
Okay,
Whilst you don't understand the groveling he's saying, it's fairly obvious.
Okay, she's not gonna shoot him.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, is anyone else going to take an aggressive action against this guy?
Not if he's yielded.
Like, I'm just assuming that Kelariis has it handled,
Okay.
even though she looks a little bit rough.
In that case, yeah, combat is over. That
What
was a
about the-
long-ass combat.
Yeah.
I'm just more concerned about the fact that there was a giant that went back into the sky and that was throwing lightning at us.
I'm concerned about
Yep.
a lot of things right now.
Well, you can be concerned about that after the break.